Okay, Assalamualaikum. Hi everybody. Jadi kita akan continue our 7th lecture which is the frame structure. Okay. Okay, so this will be the learning outcome at the end of this discussion, this lecture. Students would be able to understand what is frame structure. You would able to explain on types of frame structures and also able to identify the advantages and the disadvantages of frame structures. Okay, so as an introduction, what is frame structure? Okay, apakah itu frame structure? So as you can see here in this picture, these are called frames. Macam frame gambar, the bingkai lah, the frames. So if you can see here, semua ni adalah frame structure. So a frame is a structure used to resist vertical forces. Okay, for example, gravity loading and lateral forces. So gravity, as we know, the load will be from up here downwards, and lateral selalunya adalah daripada tepi. Okay, so from sides. Okay, for example, wind ataupun earthquakes. Okay, and they are used to prevent rotations in structure. Okay, so rotation lah, putaran lah. Okay, so dia adalah untuk mengelakkan sebarang putaran pada structure, because building they can move. Bila you ada ground conditions yang ni, they can move around. Also to resist gravity and lateral loads, and also this structure are used to large moments developing due to applied loadings. Okay, so if you have more loads and everything else, then you have to have a structure that is strong, yang durable. Okay, so moving on. So what is frame structure? Okay, it is a combination, adalah gabungan of columns, beams, and also slabs. So if you can see in this picture, so these are the columns. Okay, tiang, the beams, ini adalah beam. The vertical, the horizontal one are the beams. The vertical ones are columns, and the slabs. Okay, these are the floor slabs. Okay, the lantai ni adalah we call them the slabs lah. Okay, so it is the combination of these three items. Okay, so what kind of materials usually used for frame structure? Okay, commonly kita guna concrete, then we have wood, then we also have steel. So these are the most common ones used. Okay, so nowadays usually people use concrete lah, mostly concrete dengan steel. Wood ni ada tapi tak sangat lah, maybe for houses, for commercial usage jarang jugalah, tapi for houses yes. Okay, so these are some of the contoh of frame structure. So this is contoh from timber. Okay, so these are the timber frames. Then you can see all the columns here. Okay, and all the slabs. So this is the concrete frame structure. Okay, and this is the steel frame structure. Okay, kalau yang steel ni soalnya dia gunakan untuk gabungkan, dia gunakan nut and bolts, dia gunakan rivet. Okay, so they have certain tools untuk guna untuk menyambungkan all the joints dekat sini. Okay, like any common materials, we have the advantages and the advantages. So these are the advantages of frame structure, di mana it could be used for optimum uses of floor space. Okay, so now cuba you bayangkan an exhibition center, di mana it has a big floor space kan. Okay, which is dia luas lah. Okay, macam kawasan kilang pun dia banyak gunakan frame structure juga. Dia luas juga, dia easy construction. Okay, besides that it's easy to construct, and then dia rapid, dia cepat laju the construction ni. Dia economical for high rise building. Why is it economical? Sebab if you have a high rise building, then the plan would just be the same. So it's like you just duplicate saja. First floor, second floor, third floor, semua sama saja the frame building. If you can see here kan, the first floor sama, second floor sama, third floor sama, so it's all just the same. Jadi dia economical in that term. Okay, and it could be erected by steel, wood, ataupun reinforced concrete. So these are the advantages. And the disadvantages, the common one is the span lah. The span maknanya tahap keluasan yang dia boleh capai sebenarnya adalah less daripada 13 meters. Usually 13 meters tapi up to 15 meter. Okay, the length dia punya tahap keluasan untuk span dia. So ini adalah salah satu disadvantages of frame structure. Okay, this is the global modeling of structural geometry. Okay, ni boleh tengok nantilah from the real structure, then it could be solid model, a 3D plate frame, a 3D frame. This is a 2D frame. Then this is a type of grid plate. Okay. So what are types of frame structure? Okay, in the old notes, yang the usual notes dalam island, it is stated that there are 6 types of frame structure. Betul, memang ada 6. Okay, tapi daripada 6 tu sebenarnya it is divided into 2 major types, which is pertama adalah rigid frame dan kedua adalah brace frames. Okay, so dalam rigid frames ni dia ada lagi 2, which is the pin-ended frames and another one is the fixed-ended frames. Okay, pin-ended frames ni are the frame structures yang ada kita menggunakan pins dekat bahagian bawah. Kita ada penyambungan dengan pin. Manakala fixed-ended ni dia fix lah pada tempat tu, pada bahagian bawah tu. Nanti kita tengok sama-sama. And braced frame structure ni pula terbahagi kepada gabled frames dan juga portal frames. Okay, so we're gonna look one by one. So braced ni adalah macam kind of like braces lah. We wear braces kan, Y kan. Okay, nanti kita tengok sama-sama Okay, so rigid structural frames. So rigid frame structures are built at the site which may be put monolithically. Okay, di mana let's say if we are using concrete material kan, tetapi bila kita when we start the construction, tak semestinya kita pour the concrete pada masa yang sama. Contohnya kita pour concrete pada tiang dahulu, kemudian baru kita buat all the concrete pada beam, kemudian 2-3 minggu kemudian baru kita buat concrete pada slab. Kan, itulah yang dimaksudkan monolithically. Artinya dia tak seragam, dia tak tuang konkrit, dia tak buat pada masa yang sama. That is what is meant by monolithically. Okay, so rigid frame structure provide more stability. So if you can see from the kerangka pun, we know it is more stable. Okay, because it could resist rotations more effectively. Okay, so daripada if you are living in a country which have a lot of earthquake ke apa ke, so it is good to use rigid because dia suka nak rotate. Tapi in some terms, it is also good to be flexible. Kan, macam bangunan-bangunan tinggi ni, selalunya dia boleh sway. Sway itu maksudnya dia akan ikut pergerakan angin tapi dengan sedikit sahaja. Kan, macam bangunan tinggi-tinggi tu they can sway a little bit. Okay, kalau you perhatikan betul-betul. Okay, so the advantages is rigid frame structure feature positive and negative bending moment throughout the structure due to interactions of wall, beams and slabs. Okay, adalah the positive and negative bending moments. Okay, so if you belajar structure, now you are learning structure kan, di part 1, part 3, part 4 I think. Kan, so you should know lah all the bending moments and all the calculations, how it is made. Okay, so these are the examples of rigid frame structures. Okay, the Burj dekat Dubai ni is rigid frame structure lah. Okay, so this is another frame structure. Okay, pin-ended. Pin-ended ni dia has members connected by pins. So this is what it means by pins. Okay, dia pin-ended. Okay, so but when you take off this pins pun, it is still the same structure juga. Okay, so that is what is called the pin-ended structure. Okay, considered rigid if it retains its original shape when the supports are removed. So this is the supports. Kalau it is removed pun, it is still the same shape. So that is why it's called the pin-ended structural frames. Okay, so if you want to know further, later on I will link you to the YouTube. Nanti saya akan compile. I have the compilation tapi saya tak masukkan dalam Mi Future lagi. Later on I'll masukkan. Okay. Okay, so examples of pin-ended frames. Okay, contohlah macam ni. Kalau kita ada 4 batang ice cream, you tahu kan, the batang ice cream sticks tu kan. Okay, contoh if you have batang aiskrim, you ada 3 batang aiskrim. Let's say macam ni, 3, 3. Kan? Lepas tu you pakulah sekali. You paku satu dekat sini, you paku satu kat sini. Dia still boleh bergerak tau. Bila you tolak, it can still be like this. Kalau you tak percaya, you cuba buat. Okay, there's one video in YouTube dia tunjuk macam tu. Okay, so that is one example on why it is important. Kalau kita nak buat, whether to choose pin-ended ke, fixed-ended ke, whether we want to use a brace ke. Okay, tapi bila kita sebut pasal brace frame pula kat sini, so bila batang aiskrim, you ada 3 sekarang, tapi you letak another batang aiskrim, satu dekat sini dan satu dekat sini, dan you pinkan lagi kat sini, dekat sini. Bila you pegang dua arah ni, you cuba nak goyangkan, dia akan susah nak goyang. Sebab dia dah kukuhkan. Brace yang ni dah kukuhkan dia. Nak lagi kukuh macam mana? Dan you put another batang aiskrim sini dan you pinkan lagi. Dan dia akan menjadi lagi kuat. So this is what is called braced. Okay, nanti kejap lagi kita masuk sama. Okay, so this is the fixed ended. Like I said before. So ini dia, tadi kita ada pin. So that is the fixed one, the pin one. So ni dia tak ada pin, dia tak ada apa, dia directly lah. Dia directly to the floor slab and everything. So dia dipanggil fixed ended. So it is fixed. Okay, so this is how it is. Dia ended terus dekat all the column stumps terus. Okay, so dia fixed terus. Okay, so this is the brace structure. This is what I'm talking about tadi. The batang aiskrim tu kan Okay, so brace frame structure resists lateral forces by the bracing action of diagonal members. Okay, so lateral forces, let's say dia adalah angin. So angin daripada sini kan. So when you have the bracing ni, so bangunan ni pun dia akan susah nak bergerak. Okay, kalau kita fikir secara logik, akal fikiran yang tak logik, dan bila kita berfikir tanpa ilmu, kita akan fikir, material kan dah berat, dah apa semua, takkanlah angin boleh nak menggegarkan bangunan kan. Tapi sebenarnya yes, dia boleh. Pasal construction ni penting, construction technology, it is important for you to learn. Okay, so brace frame structure are used to resist sideways forces. Buildings are braced by inserting diagonal structural members. Okay, so this is the diagonal structural members. Yang inilah yang kita cerita tadi, the batang aiskrim yang saya cerita tadi tu. So bila you add on yang ni, so akan lagi kukuh lah bangunan awak secara keseluruhannya. You don't have to put pada setiap bahagian pun. You put at certain spaces. Okay, apakah advantages dia? To stabilize the frame against earthquake and strong winds. Okay, and lateral forces are resisted by axial action of bracing and columns, and it is more efficient than a rigid frame. Okay, kalau you tak ada all these braces, the braces ni artinya it's just a normal rigid frame structure. Okay, but once you add on the braces, makanya ia menjadi lebih kukuh, lebih efficient than rigid frame. Okay, so these are some of the examples. Okay, you tengok from here, this is a steel cable bracing for a 12-story steel frame building. Kan, you see, dia letak juga all the braces. Ada orang tengok, mungkin dia tengok tak cantik lah, tiba-tiba ada braces macam ni. Tapi for me, I think it's like something, it has the aesthetic value. I don't know about you, tapi saya rasa it's quite unique lah juga kan, when you have something like this. Okay, so these are the braces that yang dia pasang. So this is called the brace frame lah, the brace system. Okay, bukannya diorang saja-saja nak buat without any function. Why? So there is a reason why it is constructed that way. Okay, so now you know. Okay, gable structural frames. Okay, tadi kita ada, if you were focusing on the lecture, so we have the rigid frame, di mana kita ada the pin-ended, and we have the fixed, kan? Okay, so kita dah ada 3, rigid, pin, fixed, dan now kita akan masuk kepada the braced. Okay, the braced structure ni, the brace system ni kita ada terbagi kepada gable juga. Okay, so the gable ni adalah structural frames. Gable structural frames. Jadi gable ni dia ada peak. Okay, manakah satu yang kita gelarkan dia peak? So the peak adalah yang this one. It has a peak. Like a pitch roof tu, this one also has a peak. Okay, so it is called a gable frame. Okay, macam bentuk segitiga atas. Okay, and another one is we have a portal structural frame. Okay, so portal structural frame ni, it resembles like a door. Dia macam pintu, multi-story, multi-bay portal frames are commonly used for commercial and industrial construction. Okay, for commercial, let me give you a simple example. Adalah untuk gelanggang futsal. Okay, so you tengok, bila you tengok gelanggang futsal, dia luas kan, dia luas, tengah-tengah tu dia tak ada kolom pun. So you bayangkan if ada gelanggang futsal dekat tengah-tengah you tengah main, tiba-tiba ada kolom sana, kolom sini, ada tiang sana, tiang sini, then how are you going to play the futsal macam smoothly kan? So kita gunakan portal frame untuk bagi kita satu kawasan bukaan yang luas, meaning span yang ni lah. Okay, dan this span ni memang dia boleh luas lah, sebab this one the structure is already rigid dan kuat kan. So maybe it can be up to 15 meters ke 30 meters ke, dia boleh, it depends lah, various, it can be to various sizes and spans. Okay, then moving on, so these are some examples of portal frames. Okay, maybe dia ni dia buat untuk warehouse. Okay, untuk exhibition center pun sama, untuk warehouse pun sama. Then you see the portal frames, see here they have all the columns here. Okay, dan dekat sini is the span, luas. Lepas tu dia memang tak ada column pun dekat sini. So you have a large working area, large open space. This is another one. Okay, this one is with the high ceilings. Okay, for this lecture adalah yang nombor 1, 01. Okay, then we're gonna continue to 02, where we're gonna discuss on the timber frame. Okay, see you.